Hello, 00J Love. This is the only original picture I could find of my bar area where I did my ceramic towel. This is the before, and this is my helper, and he is going to line everything up so that I can find out how many of these ceramic towel pieces that I need. My guy that does a lot of work for me, he gave them to me and he let me use his ceramic towel table saw. He had to refresh my memory on how to do it, and then I was off to the races. But he kept saying, Janika, make sure you don't go so fast, make sure you go slow, because he knows I'll zip through these towels. So what I had to do was cut the tip of it off just to make it when I used two levels, just the tip of it off. And I had to make sure that the water was going through on that table saw and working. So I have the mortar and I'm putting it on directly on the towel, and not the towel and the wall. And I had a hole where the old outlet plug was, and I did not need it because I had to move the outlet plug to bring it up above the countertops, because initially it was halfway under and halfway above. And I saw that when they put the cabinets in, and I just looked and I said, why did they do it so low? Now he's helping me out on the outlets. He's supervising me a little bit just on the outlets. The rest of it was pretty easy. I had a little He was doing his own math. I don't even know how he did it. I just let him do it, because if I would have done it, I would have done my own, just connect the dots, la 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 la, or I would have done something else. I could tell you that. So I am so glad that, I did have him to help me go around these outlets, because the last few this may be my third or fourth ceramic towel job that I've done, and they've been years apart. Now nothing was back to back. Now, I've helped him a few times on some things he did for me, and I helped him so that I could learn. So, because I remember I was working on this house, and this woman was coming to look at the house, and she was like, "Are you the owner?" I'm like, "Yes." And she was like, "Why are you doing it?" I don't even know what I said, and I don't know what look I gave her, but it's so that I can learn. Nothing more but to learn. And I like using my hands. I like building and doing new things and everything. So, I mean, it's time consuming and takes time and all that stuff. And except for my girls, my children, see, my son is not, see, me when I was younger, I'd be right there trying to help. But, to each his own, and everyone's different. So I'm just doing the mortar and the spacers. So I didn't even have spacers. I'm just like, let's just go in and do it. And my guy, he was like, "Do you wear your spacers?" I said, "I didn't do spacers. I'm just gonna put them on top of each other." He was like, "Here, what size spacers do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't." He said, "Here is some medium." He gave me those purple spacers. I just said, "Yeah, I was coming there all chewed up." And he got me together real quick, boy. And then when he looked at it initially, he was like, "Wait a minute, I was like, "I ain't got all day. That's okay, David. It is okay." And he was like, "Okay, okay." I said, "This is not perfect. It's not. We are not working on perfection, but it looks nice." I thought it looked nice, but I did see later on, after I finished that next day, I said, "Oh, I see what you're saying," because I was maybe like a half an inch of an inch, whatever you get in the centimeters, off a little bit on my cut initially in the beginning. After that, they look pretty okay. So just that one area, I did two stacks. This one, I just did a single stack, just so it could be clean because of the water and the countertops, and just to add that additional element. So if I would have chose ceramic towel backsplash to choose for the countertop, I would have broken up the colors probably. But these were free towels and they looked nice and they did go with it. So I wasn't too totally mad. So he always tells me start at the edge and work my way in, so that it will be uniform and you can always make the different cuts. So that's what I do. I start at the edge and work my way inward. So I have it in. I cleaned all of it off in the countertop. I got the mortar together, and he was a big help getting my water back and forth. So I really appreciated that. So I have now my grout. This is the next day. I have my grout. This is a earth. I want to show you. I brought two colors just because I had some left over. Like, I'm going to use this gray. I'm going to use this gray. Yeah, gray is going to be perfect, beautiful. And then I was like, look, I took a milk carton and just cut it open and used, and that was my bowl. And I said, well, let me try this other color. I don't know, something is saying, let me just look at what this looks like. So I have my two colors. What color do you think I chose? The charcoal gray or the earth color? Which color do you think? And that's the close-up of the towel. I'm going to give you some time. Okay, you got it. I chose the earth color. I didn't show all of that, but it's tedious, and it's just making sure I got the everything filled out. Make sure I get it cleaned up. That's most important. Make sure I don't leave any of this grout hardened in there. So my baby boy was able to keep me some clean water, go back and forth, thank God. And I actually had to go back the next day because David was like, you should have done the top of it. And I was like, the top? Because I didn't want to mess up the wall. Now I'm going to tell you, I don't really know if I like my three-dimensional design with this ceramic towel, but would it look good either way? So here's the after picture, and we're gonna go in this bar area, take a look. I think it's pretty nice. It's simple, it's not bad. It still gives you an elegant level. It's just clean, and that's what we were going for. And like I said, the floors are that color, so the grout brings the floors out. I didn't put any design on the bottom of the floors, so that's what we have. Looks pretty good. What do you think? This is 00J Love. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your ideals are, and what do you think about the ceramic towel and the grout color I chose. That's a close-up picture. Anyway, 00J Love. Follow me for more things that I'm doing.